Hello and welcome. It's the 4th of October, 11:30 in the morning. It's getting increasingly cold and wet. Yesterday was miserable, but right at this moment in time, the sun is shining, which is good news. First of all, thank you to any of my subscribers, whether old or new subscribers. It's been almost a year since I've started doing these videos, and I'm almost at a milestone. So if you haven't subscribed yet, and you feel like you might want to, click the button, why not? This week, I will be just showing you what's going on right at this moment at the allotment. So I'll see you after the theme tune. Geese. Geese. Try and show you the ins and outs of the allotment. It's not all successes, it's not all failures. I've had some failures with onions and stuff. I'll try and show you everything, but this is the bed we don't talk about. These are the strawberries. So I've had this plot like 6 years, never done a thing with them, and then I wonder why they're not producing strawberries. So the original strawberry plant is only good for a few years. It sends out runners, which grow into new plants, which will produce better strawberries than the original plant, which, like I say, only lasts for a few years. In there is a mix of old and new, and I don't know where I am with it, so I have to start afresh. So I have taken some runners that I've found. I've got 12 suitable ones to start again with, if you like. In due course, I'm going to get rid of all that, start again with 12 runners. I'm going to put them in the bed over there. So then in my 5-year plan, I'll know that they're the oldest ones. Then each year I'll put the new ones that grow subsequently from right to left. So I know where I am. The oldest ones will be over there and the newest ones will be over there, and work it in a cycle. That is the plan. Never had a 5-year plan before. I guess it's time for one, isn't it? So there they are, my 12 hopes for a new strawberry future. And that's how I'm going to clear out the green, any plants that are in there. Once they're established in there, in springtime, put them in the ground and start again. Right, in this bed I've got my beetroot that's coming along nicely. I've got, this is where I had my first early potatoes, which frankly were a failure. But I've got a potato plant coming up here. So that's obviously one of the first early potatoes I've missed. So we'll see how that develops. Might be some unexpected Christmas potatoes there. I've got my spinach, which I'm picking every week, the leaves off, so that's okay. Got my onion that went to seed at the back. The top's starting to go all dark and black. So I'm going to chop the top off that, keep the seeds and try and grow onions from seed next year. And then I've got my Mooli radish, which I don't quite know where that is at the minute, so I'm going to pick one and we'll find out. Well, I wasn't expecting that. That is decent, isn't it? That is decent. I'll tell you why I wasn't expecting that. Because the one I picked 5 minutes ago looked like that. Yeah, there's a bit of a difference, isn't there? I might have to be quite selective in the ones that I pull up, but that is huge. That is huge. I think I'm going to have to hands and knees try and find the big ones and pull them up. That is, I am pleased with that. You've got to be quite selective with the ones you pick, but there's some decent sized ones there. I'm just worried they're going to be too big and too sort of woody. I think they're normally supposed to be about that size, but I'm pleased with that. That's about a quarter of them. I've got plenty to go. This next bed, I've got my butternut squash. These are the late developers. They had some issues with the early stages of their life at the allotment. They weren't happy, but so they're a bit behind the times. They're still producing flowers, or trying to. I'm cutting them off so that the plant can concentrate its energy on developing the fruit that's already there. Hopefully they'll have enough sunlight to develop properly before winter comes. And then I've got my sweet corn behind me, which I've been picking that for the past few weeks now, maybe about a month. Some of the cobs are starting to, they're getting a bit too big for their greenery. They're starting to poke out the ends. So it's time for the vast majority of these to be plucked from the plant. It's a shame because I like sweet corn. It takes a while to grow, add some nice height to the allotment, but it's time. It is time. I'm going to leave the plants up for a while yet because I like the way they blow in the breeze. Right, I'll get harvesting them.
Dig. Dave. Dig.
Dig, 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 dig.
So I've got my beans here behind me, planted at the end of June. They had some issues with a gale. Well, the structure did when it came down, but back vertical and now producing beans aplenty. I started picking these the other day. Yep, they're ready. So I'll be picking beans for a while, yeah, and then we've got the beetroot down here. Let's pick one, let's pick one. Nice baby beetroot. I've got a few weeks left of these here now before the other ones that we saw at the beginning are ready. All good here. So behind my bean curtain I've got a couple of cucumber plants. I've had about 10 cucumbers off those so far this year, so that isn't bad. There's a couple of small cucumbers left. Bearing in mind it's October, I've just put some stakes in the ground, tied them to the stakes to try and maximise sunlight to them. Hopefully develop the last couple of cucumbers that are there. Over here I have my field of leeks. They're going to sit there all through winter getting bigger. I could probably pick a couple as like baby leeks. I'll save that joy till next week. So behind me here I've got my main butternut squash plants. I've only got 3, planted at the same time as the others. These just thrived better because they were in open soil. The other ones were planted in grass. Didn't start well for them. In fact, I was worried about these when they started because of the gales I planted them out in. But thriving, 16 of them. Some are browner than others, but they will be ready shortly. And then at the back I've got the courgettes. Oh, what a year they've had. About 40 courgettes from those plants. Got bored of courgettes, left the courgettes on the plants. They grew massive. But I was down here yesterday in the rain and I'll show you what I found. And amid the decay of dying back courgette plants, we do have a couple of recent appearances. But I think it's safe to say these are the last courgettes we'll see this year. So it's just a matter of time waiting for these butternut to ripen up nicely. Then behind me here I've got my Christmas potatoes growing nicely. As I said when I planted them, my main risk here is frost. No frost yet. I'm going to have to keep my eye out on the weather and in the meantime come up with some kind of plan to protect them if it does get frosty. I can earth them up shortly, I think. It might be a combination of that or I might think of something else, but in the meantime it's not frosty, so I'll let them grow up. But they're coming along nicely. Apples still not dropping off the tree yet. Some are showing signs that they are ready, but I'm lifting and twisting and they're still not coming up off. So let's, nope. Right, so this one is ready. Listen to this, listen to this. I'll turn my back. Just listen. Did you hear that crunch? Look at that. Talking with my mouth full, sorry. Bear with me. They are great. Previous years I picked them before they were ready and they were quite sour. And have another crunch. Let's have another look. Absolutely delicious. I'm really in two minds when to pick these off the tree. They're just not coming off easily, so they're not quite ready, but not much windfall yet left. Yeah, no, not much windfall yet, so they're all good so far. Behind my fruit trees I've got my raspberries and pumpkins. Raspberries. Autumn fruiting raspberries. Producing raspberries in autumn, would you believe? I'm going to eat this one as well. I was so nervous when I produced a video of, it's hard when you're making on a video about your allotment without trying to explain why you're doing things. But if you're not an absolute expert in things, I'm always conscious I'm telling people the wrong thing. I did a video when I pruned these raspberries down, and then I was so nervous that I got it wrong. I haven't, I got it right, I got it right, I got it right. Producing raspberries aplenty. Few. Oh. Oh. Well, I'm not allergic to raspberries. Not so good news for my pumpkins, unfortunately. Very small, but perfectly formed. Right, that's it for this week. As usual, thank you ever so much for watching. Thanks for all the comments. I really do like comments and replying to them. Main message this week, click subscribe. Why not? Other people have. I'm not going to force you if you don't want to, if you don't like it. Why wouldn't you know? What's the worst that could happen? Not begging. I'm not begging. Please subscribe. No, I'm not begging. I'm not begging. If you want to, it'd make me happy. It'd make you happy too. Right, that's it. See you next time. Cheers.